so that Christian will have the, you know, the the pressure. Does he go for swing or does he pass a turn?
Yeah, I mean, look, I think Jacob here playing the Tipo instead of Facility as right. See, as you mentioned before, it's really good body, right? So Basil, when he quests the Tipo, does become a 3-2, which is actually able to challenge the Doc if Christian had quested with the Doc there. But you know, Christian is in the finals, and
Hmm.
mistakes like that have is way beneath him.
Yes, Jacob is 4 ink already and dropping the. Oh, that's early.
No, but you see, this mim
Wow.
is exactly what he needs. Mim here
Yes,
can
exactly.
stave off so much pressure from the side of Christian. So if Christian does decide to quest here with any of his characters, the mim is going to be able to take an advantage,
Exactly,
just trade,
exactly.
and on top of that, actually be able to push back the damage because Meta
Mm.
Mim's Elephant's first effect is that at the start of your turn, you can shift over two damage counters from the Meta Mim Elephant to any one of your opponent's characters.
Characters, yes, exactly. So Cobra, does he go for gain lore here or not? So Christian is thinking because Madame Mim is too threatening in this board state.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
Jacob draw a card. I think he draw Tipo here, and yeah, I don't know what he can do. He's two creatures, which I think. So he have two Tipo in hand. So thinking maybe can drop another Tipo.
Now, I mean, like, yeah, you can either choose to ramp, but he also does have the Elsa in the hand. So if he drops the Tipo inside the Inkwell, uses the Elsa to kind of bounce back
And then
the. Oh no, uses the Elsa to exert the Olaf, right?
yes, yes,
So
yes.
you can mess up the combination that Christian's trying to go for in terms of choosing when he wants to play the
Mm,
Doc, right? If
right.
you force the Olaf now, then there's this awkward position where he has to.
Oh.
Bounce back one of his characters if Jacob chose to go for the Olaf, but no, chooses to go for the genie. Sated Dragon does use support from the Basil to give the
The
Elsa
Elsa, yeah.
enough damage, enough strength in order for her to banish the genie in a challenge. And now all of a sudden, the board has been able to move. The board has shifted to Jacob's favor.
Yes, exactly. So Christian is inking Madame Mim here and dropping an Elsa to top the elephant meme, thinking what card can he use to remove that elephant.
You see here, this is where sequencing is so important, right? I think he is likely going to quest with that dock. He is going to trade the Elsa into. Oh no, I take it back. So, um, oh, very interesting. So he's thinking whether he should just do a complete board clear, right? Where Elsa will go for the Elsa, the
Hmm.
dock will
Yeah.
go into the Basil,
Yes.
and then potentially just questing with these two or trading the 6 damage into the Mim. I don't know, 6 damage feels a little bit weird.
Yeah, I think it's going for quest here.
Yeah,
That's
I
for
mean that
sure.
that would probably be the better option because you don't want to have damage on the Mim for damage to throw back with her sneaky move
Hmm.
ability.
Not unless Olaf and Cobra and then Doc will kill Madame Mim. Banish Madame Mim.
Yeah, so we see here Elsa trading into the Elsa as mentioned earlier. Now Christian has this tough, difficult decision. Will he use the Giant Cobra, the Olaf, as well as the Doc to trade into Mim? I don't know. It just doesn't feel right. But no,
Oh.
okay. So yeah, so Christian is going for the play where he will banish. Sorry, he will quest the Doc. The Olaf, I think, will hit into the Basil, and then he gets to bounce
Oh,
the
it's the
Olaf
Olaf.
back in.
Yes.
Right. There is also a way, a route where he sings Strength of the Raging Fire because he has that in his hand.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think he will do that at this point in time. We do see Olaf trading into the Basil, bouncing back to Doc, and it's just going to be passed from the side of Christian.
Yep. So Christian is. I mean, Jacob is. Ooh, did you see what I see?
Wait, yeah.
Hades.
There we go,
Mm.
Hades. But right now it's one turn too early for him to play the Hades. He's currently at 5 ink. He just plays the Genie Wish Fulfilled instead, and nets him one card with what comes next.
Mm-hmm.
Does ink Tipo? This is probably the third or the second Tipo, I think, that we
Second
saw
people.
earlier. And he does play. He sings into the unknown, and Christian loses one of his characters.
Hmm. So Jacob did the right thing there, but Christian dropping one Cobra and then using the strength of the Raging Fire to.
No, no, he doesn't use strength of
Oh,
raging
oh,
fire.
this
He
is so it
activates.
activates so that he
Yeah,
can gain two lores.
that's right.
Uh-huh.
Mysterious advantage here being activated. Discards the strength of the raging fire because he is going to be playing that Dock 2
Yes.
ink cost for the Dock. Nets Christian 2 more cards. He draws into
Oh,
the White Rose as well as the Giant Cobra. This is very, very early, but he has two
wow.
Cobras on the board right now. Is he going for a snake play, a Hydra play maybe? You know, three snakes, three-headed
Yeah,
snake Hydra.
exactly. Wow. Two direct damage using Cobra and Flower. Ah, nasty.
Yeah, exactly. You know, this deck is one of the few decks now which is in the meta which has instant lore gain. Right, you're playing the White Rose, which on play gets you one lore, and a Giant Cobra. If you on play, you can net yourself two lore if you discard a card from your hand. Both extremely strong abilities in different situations.
Hmm. So Jacob is thinking what he can do here, but Christian is really having a good advantage from his board state. But the Madam Mim is really painful to see. Either you will go quest or no quest at all.
I mean, look, you can't you the Mim here shouldn't be questing because if you do quest with the Mim, you are able to send or rather risk your two giant cobras into trading into the Mim in to your supreme comfort, right?
Yeah, yep.
But here, Hades Infernal Schema being played. What could go wrong? Uh, sends a giant cobra into the inkwell. And Jacob here is trying to think whether he can push the advantage with the Mim or if he can just safely pass here. I think passing is uh,
No.
passing is a move that he
Okay.
can play, but I think he does opt to go for the slightly more aggressive play
Yep.
by questing with the meta mim.
You want to damage the Madame Mim, the elephant mim, so that he can manipulate some mm, abilities for the Madame Mim, elephant meme, so that he can remove more cards from Christian's board.
Yeah, but I don't think Christian here is going to be trading into the mim at all. He only has five damage, five strength on his side of the field right now. But no, he
Ooh.
goes. He plays four. Sorry, taps four ink. Plays himself a Captain Hook Forceful Duelist as well as the White Rose here. Four ink, gaining him one lore and one more character on the board. Christian here questing with the Giant Cobra, thinking that it is a safe play as Jacob would have to utilize two of his characters to trade into the Giant Cobra safely.
Mm-hmm. And then guess what? We have the item, the draw power of this Blurple, drawing two cards. And then guess what again? He drew the hates.
Hades, yet
Ah.
again, coming in super, super clutch. You won't be able to play it this turn because of his limited ink size, but Junior Woodchuck Guidebook, this book, we've seen time and time and time again on stream today, and how much it's able to actually refill the resources of the player's hands.
Yeah. So as I can see here, he have a bell in hand. Maybe he can trade the Hades or the Madam Mim to kill, to vanish the Cobra, and then dropping the bell to remove the flower.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful damage. Yeah, so you see the Giant Cobra doesn't get removed because it's only 3 damage here.
Yes.
So he will shift the rest of the damage to the Giant Cobra. So Giant Cobra does eventually get banished
Yes.
with that combination of Bell as well as Meta Mim. And the 1 damage counter on the Mim is going to be super important here. Would rather have seen, I think, 2 damage. So I think that may have been a slight error on Jacob's part. Because if, that was 3, I would rather, 4 damage on the Meta Mim,
Mm-hmm.
right? And if he shifts only 2, is enough to banish the giant cobra.
Yes.
And you can shift the 2 damage from the elephant to
Oh,
the
that's nice.
Captain Hook there.
Captain
But
Hook, yeah. Okay.
it's fine. I think the other angle here is that Christian may be trading his Captain Hook into something else that does healing off some damage from the mim elephant may be the slightly better play there.
Okay. So Christian just passed the turn. Jacob is restarting here. So thinking maybe he can banish using the Hades, the Cobra, and can swing again between these 4 cards: Hades, Bell, Madame Mim, okay,
Yeah, so you see
Genie, and then Hades.
Yeah,
Hades.
so you see Meta Mim here ability only is able to be activated
Yeah.
before you draw the card, right? So chooses to shift the one damage over to the white rose, and Jacob here is
Oh
just going to
my
be
god.
questing out with all his cards. That's two from the Bell, Accomplished Mystic. That's one from the Meta Elephant. That's two
Yep.
from the Genie, Wish Fulfilled, and two more
Let's
from
go,
the
Jacob.
Hades Infernal Schemer.
Let's go.
That is going
The
to be
game
game. There
one.
isn't an answer from the side of
That's
Christian.
nice.
So Christian, yet
Let's go, Jacob.
being one behind Jacob here, his teammates shouting across
Yes.
the hall. You can hear the excited
Woo.
cheers coming from Jacob's friends or family, I guess, who are here in Singapore. Christian, Jacob, just one game
Mhm.
away from taking this whole DLC.
Yep. 1 win away. 1 win away for winning this DLC using the Blur Pearl. Hoping Christian will bounce back in game 2 using his Purple Steel. I think Christian needs more focus on drawing cards and dropping all
Yeah, look,
potential creatures in play.
Yeah, look, I think Christian just needs to go wide, right? But
Yeah.
Unfortunately, wasn't able to get too many good draws. I think
Yeah,
this
exactly.
game.
Yeah.
But the good news is that Christian is on the play once again, so he will be able to establish his board first. And the thing is, he needs to mulligan hard for a lot more of the one drops and a lot more of the two drops, in my opinion. But Jacob Frank, wow, what an incredible deck. Blurple has been around for a very, very long time, and it's showing that, hey, Blurple may not be a bad choice coming into the set 10 meta. And the
Yeah.
set championships for set 10 are starting pretty soon.
Yes.
So everyone, I'm pretty sure, will be paying attention to the DLC here today.
So you're going for set championships for set 10?
I mean, why not?
Oh.
Always.
Always.
Hey, look, I may be a caster, but I'm also a player at heart, all right?
Yeah.
So playing is always the most important thing.
Yes. Play fun. That's all. Don't get pressure about getting winning. Just play with fun. So both of them thinking what gameplay Christian will do here, and Jacob Frank, I think he needs more board presence as Christian go for wide. So both of them cutting their decks. And let's start for the game 2.
All right, so going into game number 2, we do want to see Christian establish a wider board. We do see quite a few one drops from the side of Christian right now. We do see the Palace Guard. We do see the Strength of the Raging Fire. He opts to keep those cards. Does rightfully, I think, throw 4 down in the mulligan there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Draws his 4 cards that he's mulliganing. And Jacob has chosen to mulligan 5 cards. The 2 cards
Five
being
cards. My goodness.
the 2 cards being probably, I think, the ramp as well as
Yeah.
4-drop Hades, as Blurple really just goes all the way with the. Once he manages to hit 4 into ink, right? Usually, if he doesn't have ramp, we would see the Blurple player mulligan his
For sure.
entire hand away. But 2 is telling me that he has a version of a ramp, and likely maybe a 1-drop or the 4-drop there.
Yep. Before when I'm playing Burple, every time I miss the ramp for second turn, totally lost. That's crazy. So important thing is you get the ramp for second turn. So the fist bump done. So let's go. So Christian will go to first turn, and luckily he have the 1 turn drop. So Jacob draw the Mundo, and maybe he can drop something here. I think not. No 1 drop. So I think he will ink and pass a turn. Yep. And then Christian is drawing cards. Does he have a second drop? I think nothing. And then pass a turn. That is crucial by Christian Lux Mono. Ooh, Jacob Frank draw the item, which is nice for the Blurple. And still, he's using Tipo to ramp the ink.
Yeah, look, I think the body there, as you mentioned in the
Yeah.
first game, is super important, right? And
Yep.
unfortunately doesn't have the basil there to support the Tipo, but I think having a body on the field is always very nice.
Yes.
Especially if Christian does play that Diablo, but he doesn't. So having a body on the board, you can either threaten a quest,
Mhm.
or actually, yeah, you can either threaten a quest, and that's the one lore that is needed to kind of get yourself over into the game,
Mhm.
or you can use it to sing 1 jump ahead.
Yep. Exactly. Exactly. If you have 1 jump ahead, does he have 1 jump ahead? Let's see.
Only time will tell, but we see Christian here inking a Cheshire Cat,
Mm-hmm.
playing the Giant Cobra as a big body. 3/4/4 is huge. And it's just going to be a quest from the Palace Guard. So Christian is at one lore. Jacob Frank probably can't do a quest with that Tipo right now. But at 4, this is where the game begins. Genie
Yep.
Wish Fulfilled gets played,
Let's
allows him to
go.
draw one card with the ability what comes next.
So Christian is drawing a card, restarting. What card should he drop here? So I think he's questing for 2, and then maybe dropping Iago or
Yeah, I think
Genie. I think Genie is much better here
no,
since.
I actually like the Iago because the Iago can threaten a challenge to the genie.
Ah,
So
yeah, yeah,
once you put
yeah.
the Iago down, the genie can't quest, right? If he
Mm-hmm.
quests, he's gonna be threatening a board clear. So we do see 4 incoming down with the
Mm.
Iago does come here, and the Spectral Parrot is threatening to banish the genie as soon as it taps.
Yes. So I think he drew the Into the Unknown, and Jacob have Elsa here. So maybe he can drop Elsa to top Iago and sing using the Into the Unknown to Iago.
Yeah, that would be a massive play here. I think probably eyeing that play as well. Have you ever, by the way, been bitten by a bird?
Yes.
Yes, it really
It
hurts.
really hurts.
Now imagine if that bird is a giant
Oh
bird,
my god.
right?
It will eat you alive.
Exactly. This bird is a menace, and yeah, exactly as you have said, the the Elsa does come down, taps the Iago, which gives Jacob enough time to sing into the unknown and
Mm.
sends the Spectral Parrot into the Inkwell.
Yes, and guess what? Christian draw the strength of the raging fire.
Yeah, draw strength of the Raging Fire, but no plays the Elsa. First Elsa here can exert the Tipo or can exert the Elsa. Still thinking,
So thinking, yep.
yeah, Jacob just assumed because, he didn't do, oh, sorry, Christian hasn't announced any cards yet. Just assumed that the Tipo was going to get
Yeah.
exerted because the Elsa can trade
Can trade,
very
yeah.
nicely into the Tipo, but no, chooses to exert the Elsa instead, puts 2 damage counters onto the Elsa because he has strength of the Raging
Ooh.
Fire. So happy to just
That makes
use that to
sense.
get
Yeah.
rid of the Elsa. So Christian here having a slightly bigger board, establishing board advantage.
Board advantage, yep. So Jacob draw again, and maybe this. I think he have 5 ink, yep. So no Hades can be cast. Hades can be cast, and Bell. No, I think Bell is not a good place here because you cannot use the full potential for Bell to remove one character in play. So I think, this is so tricky.
Yeah, this is not a smooth curve, as
Yep.
smooth of a curve as you saw from Jacob in the earlier part of the game, or rather the first game. So here, thinking very carefully about what he needs to do, actually uses the uses the genie to trade into the Elsa, bringing Elsa to 4. Does he have something like a
Bell, there you
there
are.
we go. The
Yep.
bell shifts it over. Yeah, so
Okay.
shifts all the damage, fully healing the genie, and now Christian not having an evasive means that the genie can just quest from the next turn if no
Mm-hmm.
evasive gets established on Christian's side of the board.
Exactly, exactly, exactly. So I think Jacob finished for the ink already here. Then Christian. Oh, nope. So Jacob inked the cat. So that next turn he will use the Hades. So Christian, draw a card, putting the genie and draw a card again. Wow.
What
Christian's deck is insane.
what
It
comes
doesn't even
next?
break.
Hey, I mean, we saw him not have too hot of a game the previous turn, right? So he does draw into that genie sated dragon here, satisfied dragon, sorry, and potentially playing. I know the satisfied dragon doesn't really do too much in this matchup unless he's paired it together with the Mim,
Mm-hmm.
right? And in which in that case, Lexington may be the better play at that point,
Okay,
right?
so Christian pass a turn, and Jacob draw a card. And I think what he did draw here. Okay, this will be the potential for the Hades. But the problem is what card he will ink. So he inked the Dumbo. Do you think better drop the Demona or the Hades. I think better big body is much better here since you need to control the board as much as possible. Yep. Oh, he chooses the Demona so that he can draw two.
Massive Demona here,
Wow, he got
draws.
the into the unknown.
Exactly. And this is what I was talking about. This is a massive Demona exerting the entire board here.
Wow,
The Sing with the Genie as well.
this is insane. Now, wow, 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 man.
Yeah, so just exerting the entire board here. Christian is left with nothing but a snake on his side of the field. Jacob here now in full control of the game, of the board state. Jacob gonna be pretty happy seeing that Demona that turn, and you're right, drawing into the unknown is a massive draw, a massive top deck for the side of Jacob Frank. Christian here now in a little bit of a pickle.
Okay, he's singing, so he removed the bell there and then pass a turn. So let's see what Jacob draw this card. He drew Tipo. So I think it's time to use the Hades. So he removed the one card there, and I think he go for swing for Demona and Genie. Does he go swing for Tipo? I think so. Yeah, because he should have only one card remaining, and I think the one card that he have is a removal.
Yeah, so he chooses to
Oh,
trade
okay.
into the Giant Cobra, making sure that there's nothing left
Yep.
for Christian to sing with, or less bodies on the board is always good
Oh my
for the
goodness.
side of Blurple, because that means that Strength of Raging Fire does one less damage. So here, we see Christian going to be tapping 2 ink for the Calhoun Marine Sergeant, brings her onto the board, threatening any kind of smaller bodies that Jacob could play. He hurled his Thunderbolt onto that Genie Wish Fulfilled, getting rid of the evasive character on Jacob's side of the field. And Jacob just
Oh
playing
my
out his hand,
goodness.
playing Basil, playing the Tipo. That is a 3-2 body. Jacob here playing just questing ahead with the Demona with the Hades. Christian here needs to find an answer, needs a way to clear some of these two lore questers, a way to clear the Hades, a way to clear the Demona. But there is enough on Christian's side to clear at least one. But will he choose to sacrifice 2 of his characters just to clear one
What?
2 lore character on Jacob's side of the field? This
Yeah,
is
exactly.
a rough position for Christian.
Wow, these two guys is starting to play top decking. They have no cards in hand. I think no, Christian have one card in hand, but Jacob doesn't have any hands already.
No,
But
Christian doesn't have a hand as well. So Jacob here top decking that Cheshire Cat using the boost ability to put one underneath the Cheshire Cat, thinning out the deck. And Jacob, I think he could go for a push here.
yeah,
Pushing, yeah, there we go,
and
pushing
then
4.
Tipo. Oh, he
No, with
didn't.
you great. I don't
Okay.
think you need to push the Tipo. I don't think you need to push the Basil. You can just quest for 4. And Christian is in a very, very tight
Yep.
spot, because if he just keeps questing for 4, oh no, he quests for using the Tipo as well, not choosing to quest with the Basil. That puts Jacob to 14. There is enough on the board right now for Jacob to win this whole event. It's lethal. Jacob is presenting. Christian here needs to find an answer, needs to find a way to get rid of something which is a 2 lore, something worth 2 lore. He has a Hades here looking for a deal, but I'm pretty sure there's not going to be a deal here. Jacob is going to be more than happy to give Christian 2 cards in his hand. Yeah, he's like, oh wait, no, he doesn't want to
He
give Christian 2
doesn't
cards in his hand.
want?
Put
Okay.
the Demona at the bottom
Okay.
of the deck instead. That is still going to be, yeah,
Yeah, I think it's
that's
better
still
not.
going to be not lethal now. So it puts
Yeah.
Christian into 3 lore left onto the board here.
Ooh.
Plays a
Okay.
Genie.
That's nice. That's nice. That's nice. That's totally nice.
Yeah, Genie draws him one more card. That is the 2 lore he needs to close up the game. If he just quests with 2 characters here, he has the Basil, he has the Tipo, he has the Cheshire Cat. He needs to just quest with 2 more. No, he just needs to quest with all 3 actually.
Yeah, all 3. I think
Right,
all
because
3
it
is
goes to
much better.
17, 17.
17.
No, 3.
18, 19. Yep.
I mean, that is 2 more turns,
Yep,
right? So
yep.
Jacob does need to quest with at least, I think, 2 characters here on the board. Just uses boost one more time just to thin out the deck a little bit more. Shifts over, notice, my bad. Shifts over 2 damage from the Genie Sated Dragon over to the Hades. Uses the boost, uses the, support from the Basil and trades the Teeple into the Genie. Right now, does Jacob want to quest with the Cheshire Cat? If he quests with the Cheshire Cat, brings him up to 15. But no, decides to take things a little bit more safely.
My goodness.
Just passes right here. Next turn, Jacob could potentially push for 18. And if Jake Christian doesn't have a way to deal with the Genie, that's it.
Yep. Top decking. Top deck gaming. Let's go. Ooh, we have the Dumbo. But the problem, he cannot use the ability there.
Yeah, Dumbo here not going to be able to do too much right now. Jacob is going to be pretty happy with that. Knows that the Dumbo can be activated next turn, but it also gives Jacob one more turn to play around, to add more characters on the board. I think he's tapping 4. He's playing his own Dumbo here. There's 3 ink left. Does Jacob just go for game, or does he just pass here?
Go it for down to 1.
I mean, we saw this decision.
Go swing, yeah.
We saw this decision just now, and it bit Earl, on his behind. He wasn't able to actually close that second game out.
Exactly.
So Jacob
just
here,
go swing.
just so close to victory, so close to winning this whole DLC here in Singapore in the Little Red Dot. Just making sure that he is playing the most optimal way possible. Pays 1 more for the boost onto the Cheshire Cat. Shifts the 2 damage. Shifts 1 damage from the Hades into the Dumbo and chooses to quest 3. Chooses to quest 4 on his side of the field. There's 1 more lore from winning. Jacob has 1 more lore from winning this whole DLC, from securing his world's invite. It's so close. Christian is trying to find a way. Christian is looking at what are the possibilities of actually coming back into this, trying his best to secure his win, to secure, one more turn. One more turn is sometimes all you need to win a game of Disney Lorcana here. Looking at all the outs here, making sure that something can happen. Genie gets played, wish fulfilled, draws 1 card. Does Christian's wish get fulfilled? He's looking at the card, he's looking at the board, he's playing 1 more, he's breaking records. There is
nothing.
There is not anything else, and that is it! Christian has scored! Congratulations to Jacob Frank for winning the Singapore DLC 2025.
My goodness, what a game! What a game! What a game for the Blurple versus Purple Steel.
Blurple supremacy is back.
Let's go!
Right? I mean, the thing is, Blurple was able to control Purple Steel's board the entire way. From start to finish. There was a little bit of a shaky point, I think, in round 4.
Round 4.
Round 3 or round 4. Turn 3 or turn 4, right? But he was able to control the board immensely, right? There was nothing else that Purple Steel could do. But let's take a look at the road that Jacob took to win this whole thing. Jacob was fighting from the top side. He was fighting against Noel Lim, who was playing against the Sapphire Emerald deck, the deck where Malicious Mean and Scary combos together with the Prince Philip. He then was facing up with Zenon. He was featured on the stream and the top 8 matchups, and he managed to beat the Zenon and likely made all the way up to the finals, where he was facing against Christian Laxmono in the finals to earn himself the first place, the championship, the first place winner of the Singapore DLC.
Can you imagine that Purple is winning for DLC? I thought Purple Steel is going to win because Purple, Purple Steel, how it plays. So yeah, I didn't really expect that Purple is come back in this meta.
I mean, I have to say, look, we had 6 out of the top 8 decks being Purple Steel.
My
That's
goodness.
an incredible conversion rate here at the top 8. But Blurple was able to weave in and out all the way through all the Purple Steel matchups to finally win.
Yes. So being this stage, Jacob Frank, I'm really happy to this guy. And later, we will have to interview Jacob Frank live here in
the Singapore DLC. But yeah, guys, this is what a journey to make his way all the way to the top to win this entire DLC. He had made his way through so many different Purple Steel matchups. Purple Steel, it's a sea of Purple Steel actually. So it's an incredible matchup. And to be honest with you, I thought Blurple was a little bit unfavorite, but enough from me. Let's hear straight from Jacob. Congratulations, my man.
Congratulations.
So thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Congratulations, my man.
you.
All right, so tell me, all right, coming into the Singapore DLC, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you figured Purple Steel was going to be the play.
Of course, this was the deck to beat, so I tried hard to actually beat it and dodge the bad matchup. So this was the whole strategy, and it worked out perfectly.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, you faced against actually Emerald Sapphire, right? Which is one of the potentially bad matchups here.
Yeah, it's not favored, but I think it's actually quite even. So if you know how to handle the proper deck, you can if you ramp really fast, you can deny the Clarabelle draws, and it worked out perfectly. Yeah.
Yeah, that's so true.
Beautiful,
That's so true.
beautiful.
That's so true.
All right, so prepping for this the sea of Amethyst Steel, all right? What were some of the decks or the cards that you put in your deck to prepare for this matchup?
So I had a one of Elephant, Madam Mim Elephant,
Oh.
which came in so clutch in so
Really?
many games. Like
That's only one?
yeah. Yeah. So because actually I was afraid of the of other blue decks and especially blue steel and blue green, where I get punished for having a big hand
Yes, yes, yes.
with the gold and the Clarabelle. So I decided only to run one and kind of gamble on it to get it, because purple steel is already kind of a good matchup. So you don't need to necessarily hit the elephant. It helps a lot though if you do. So but
Okay, okay. So my question is, before you're prepping for Purple Steel, what deck you're using before?
before Blurple,
Yeah,
Before
before
Purple,
Blurple.
yeah, yeah.
actually I played also Blurple in set 9.
Okay, everyone is on top.
so,
It's playing the same
and-
deck, the same. They really know that deck.
I think people were giving not enough credit to Blurple, because I
Yes,
think
yes.
it's still a really good deck, and
Yeah.
yeah, I think it can basically win everything.
Yeah.
Dogs is really big problem, but I managed to dodge dogs.
Yeah, no, there you go.
Like I actually faced one in Swiss, but I won that somehow.
Well,
That's a
once
clutch.
again,
That's a clutch.
congratulations,
Yeah, it was
Jacob.
super clutch run. I still can't believe it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, congratulations once
Congratulations.
again for winning one of the DLCs. So congratulations, my man.
Thank you so
Congratulations.
much.
No
Thank you so
worries.
much.
Congratulations.
So-
worth it. Worth it.
So Toby, you are I believe you're going to be covering some of the prizes. Hey,
Yes.
what is Jacob winning?
All the enchanteds for set 10.
Yeah,
I'm so
Wow.
jealous.
Wow, really?
And then,
I didn't
and,
even know that.
Yeah, even a one trophy and a one playmats.
yeah. I mean, most importantly is the world's invite, man.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's
is
the number one
That
thing.
is the most exciting thing. And
Yes, yes.
I
yes.
can't believe I'm actually going there. It's so exciting. Yeah.
So the challenge prizes that yes, and the challenge prizes here in top 32. If you won in top 32 the Simba Pride Protector promo card, you will get. Top 16 is Elsa Ice Maker promo card. Top 8 Elsa Ice Maker playmat. Top 4 a Mickey Mouse Brave Little Tailor promo card. Foil uncommon uncut sheet. Who wants that? I want that. In top 2, full foil for a set including Enchanted and Epic. And first place, the foil red, uncut sheet, and Disney Lorcana trophy. What a game between the Purple Seal and Blurple. I didn't expect that Blurple is still back in this meta. So everyone there who's playing Blurple, be happy. I'm happy. So tell us about that's the DL. You know, guys, I'm still speechless. What is happening here? Because everyone is so excited to win the Purple Steel. But the story gave us a different curve. So yeah. So later, they will stream the pricing who won for tonight DLC Singapore. So as usual, hope you're enjoying this stream and keep playing Lorcana so that we can continue having a good time to each other. I love this game. So hoping. Oh, before that, hope you are locked in for the Hong Kong Disney Lorcana this coming February, I think, so that you can enjoy going for Disney in Hong Kong. And after that, you can go to compete for Disney Lorcana Hong Kong. So, as usual, we'll go back for the prize wall, which is the Elsa, the ice maker here, Mulan, the changing ahead. I think Mulan is much cute here. The Dragonfire, Simba, Pegasus, and Let It Go. So I think I have this Let It Go for a set, but I want this card. And two beautiful playmat for Disney Lorcana Challenge Singapore. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this stream. And yeah, ink out.
Hello, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Singapore DLC. I am so happy to be here, and I'm so honored to be here to welcome you guys. More importantly, I hope everyone has had a good time so far. Cheers.
That's awesome. So joining us today, guys, is a very, very special guest. Please welcome Ms. Geraldine Naidu, Director of Brand Commercialization for Singapore, Malaysia, and the Philippines, representing Disney Sea. We are delighted to have her here to present the awards. So now let's commence with the prize presentation for our top 4 Illuminaires who are all walking away with a golden Mickey Mouse Brave Little Tailor. So first up, we have the top 4 winner, Thiago Santana. Congratulations. Please do stay on stage for a group photo later on. Similarly placing in the top 4, we have Jenin Suljic. Congratulations, man. Alright, the competition has been extremely fierce and we're down to our final 2. The Singapore Challenge finalist is Christian Laksomo. Bravo, congratulations, and please join us on the stage. Disney Lorcana Challenge happening in Singapore. He gets everything that all these guys have gotten, as well as the World Championship invite. Please welcome to the stage, Jacob Frank. Look at that wonderful trophy. Congratulations once again, Jacob. All right, so I'd like to have the top 4 players please do gather in the middle of the stage with Geraldine, with Miss Geraldine, and smile for the camera. Congratulations to our top 4 winners, guys. So thank you so much, Ms. Geraldine, for the prizes, and thank you to everyone for participating in the first Disney Lorcana Challenge happening here in Singapore. We hope that everyone has had a great time, and make sure that you do sign up for the next DLC happening in Hong Kong. That's, I believe, happening on the 1st of February 2026. All right, so good night, everyone, and enjoy the rest of your evening. Take care.